Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. I'm your host, Dan. Of course, next to me is Nikki. Nikki, what's up tonight? How's it going?
I was fine, but you come on with an attitude. So, are you all right?
Here we go. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just been
I
a
don't
long
know.
weekend.
I don't know.
What's going on?
mean, a couple minutes before, you're just you're giving me an attitude. Didn't I thought it was uncalled for.
Yeah, okay.
Start with you. What?
Whatever. It's over with. You don't have to bring it onto the show.
You literally just gave me a nasty attitude 5 seconds.
No, I just said I was going to be late. I was going to be late.
No, you didn't tell me you were going to be late until like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, because I didn't realize about the thumbnail. Anyway, we suck. The Giants suck. So what's going on, Nick?
Here we go. Jesus. Is this going to be the whole show? Is this the mood?
It is a Giants show, but whatever. What's going on?
I don't know. What's
Let's
going
restart.
on with you? You seem like, we are started. Like, you always have to start with me. It's like your favorite pastime. I'm not starting with you. I was fine. Then you give me an attitude, and this is what happens.
All right. We're not doing this.
No, we're not doing it.
Then
you're just in a bad mood.
Then end it.
You're in a bad mood, okay? And, like, I'm not doing 40 minutes of this. So get out of the funk and be a professional.
Okay. Awesome. What's going on?
You need to reset, or are you good?
I was already set. You don't have to bring our laundry onto the air.
Oh, but I do, because people think you're
no one gives a fuck.
And like sometimes they need to know that I'm not the only mean one. Sometimes you're mean.
Well, what took so long? Okay, maybe I was doing everything else, but whatever. We don't have to talk about laundry.
What? I was doing promo as well. Okay, but anyway, How are you? How was your Sunday?
It sucked, like always. What's going on?
Nothing. Just I feel like, I asked you, well, actually I haven't been on the show in 2 weeks. This is not exactly like the warm welcome I thought I was going to get. Are you glad I'm back, or did you like rolling solo yesterday or last week?
No, welcome back.
Oh, geez.
So we suck. It's 34-14. We scored 14 points. Tim Boyle was on the score played today, so that was awesome. So a plane flew over. It wasn't drones, so that was good at least.
Don't get me started on the drones, because I think people don't know the difference between a drone and a plane.
They don't. They clearly don't.
Retards. Like, they were like, oh, look at all these drones over Seabright Beach. I know you know where that is because your cousin lives near me. Yeah. I go to Seabright all the time. I go to that beach constantly. But, I go there for dinner and stuff because I don't live far away. And I literally had to tell people that, there's a lot of planes that fly over Seabright because it's in the flight path to land at JFK. And somebody actually posted, the flight path, and they were like, oh, she's right. Can you imagine?
Unreal.
Miami was good. Thanks for asking. It was 3 days of chaos. They don't even know how to condense it into a quick little story. If just anything that could have not gone to plan, absolutely just did not go to plan. And it was crazy, but it was 80 and sunny, and I got to lay by the pool for a day. So can't really complain too much about that.
Yeah, you missed all the rainy weather, so you lucked out with that. That's for sure.
I deserve a day by the pool. I had a mimosa. I was in my pool chair. Getting a little color.
That's good. No, I'm happy for you. I'm very jealous about that.
Yeah, you seem ecstatic.
I'm fine.
You are not. Okay, fine is the bullshit.
You just don't have to bring laundry onto the air. It drives me fucking nuts.
Okay, well, you hit me with it you literally gave me an attitude 5 seconds before you hit live.
Wow.
I'm still dealing with it. I'm fine now. I just had to get it out. That's how I am. I get mad, I get it out, and I get over it.
Wasn't even nothing to be mad about. I'm
You
just
gonna hold
saying.
a grudge on me for fucking
No,
5 weeks now. Like, I
no,
know this.
no, I'm not.
You're a grudge holder. You're one of them. It's better just get it out and then like you're fine.
It's
You
like
know?
that new TikTok thing. I'm not going to be mad or whatever. I'll be honest or something. You're more the TikTok trend. I'm not mad or whatever, or you're not going to be mad. I don't know.
I'm not gonna be mad. I'll be honest. No, I'm fine. We're fine. The Giants are not fine. So before I left for Miami, last time I was on the show, I asked you, do you think the Giants have hit rock bottom? And you said to me, I think there's one more rung on the rock bottom like ladder here that they need to hit. Did they hit it today, or is there more rung
No,
on the
no.
ladder?
I think back-to-back weeks of airplanes flying over MetLife Stadium does the trick of being embarrassed. Um, they were 16-point underdogs today, so you know you're terrible when. And then the starting quarterback gets concussed, and then the quarterback that we literally, whenever Daniel Jones got benched, he came onto the team. So roughly a month ago. So he's been on the team on and off for the last month, and he actually looked better than all the other quarterbacks have looked the last month since Daniel Jones has become a scapegoat. Uh, yeah, no, we're officially there. It's just embarrassing each and every week.
So yes, we've hit rock bottom. There's no
Yeah,
more
we
rungs for
we
you. We're there.
we are there. 2 planes. So that's roughly like what I send you, almost $3,000 in advertising.
Yeah,
So we're roughly 6,000 of advertising flying over. Uh, so kudos to that guy being rich.
yeah,
No,
really.
it's just not a watchable product, but here we are weekly, still having to watch this dog shit of a team and having Shador Sanders and Cam Ward just flirting with us all weekend
Oh, don't
because they were
flirt
in New
with me
York.
like that. Don't do that to me.
So yeah, the Shador was flirting with us hard this weekend,
I
hanging
knew
out with neighbors and then showing a football. He definitely didn't realize the New York Giants logo was on it. Probably is going to be his claim to fame. But as of now, because the Raiders have not played yet, they play tomorrow night in Atlanta. If we play them next week, Atlanta. We are currently holding the first spot in the draft, so we'll see with that. I know you came to me. People are actually wanting to draft best player available or
that.
trade
Oh my
back.
god. Yeah, can we
Trade
get into
back.
it?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I'm leading it up. Is is they want to trade either trade draft best player available and have a bridge quarterback, or trade for more picks and deal with more of the lottery situation and have a bridge quarterback.
I,
What say you? What
I
what
Danny, I can't with it. I just can't with this fan base. Like, first of all, they're never happy. Like, no matter what, someone's complaining, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And like, I'm so tired of having to like quantify or qualify things before I make a statement because I know someone's going to think I'm stupid. Like, yeah, we understand what you guys are saying, but also, like, who is the bridge quarterback? Everybody, okay, now that people think Tim Boyle is like, God sends, like,
Well,
everybody relax. Okay,
I'm
he's looked
praying that's
better.
sarcasm.
What?
I said I'm praying that's sarcasm.
No, it's not. If you look at the accounts that are saying it, it is absolutely not sarcasm. Okay. They need to relax. I don't want any more. So this is what people are saying to me in the comments and the replies. They're like, well, a quarterback's not going to fix it. A couple weeks ago, everybody was like, well, we're just a quarterback away. So first of all, which one is it? Okay. Second of
Right.
all, well, I don't want best available. I want a fucking quarterback. We have not had a quarterback in like 12 years. Like, when did Eli leave? Has it been 12 years already? Like 10
It's been
years?
5.
5? Oh my God. Okay, well, it feels like we haven't had success in 12 years. I want a quarterback. Like, why is this such a like crazy want? I don't want best available. Like, everybody's like, well, get what's his name? Travis Hunter. Like, you know, why? For what? Like, for what, Danny? Like, I don't understand this. I just don't trade back. Why? If we're gonna have the first pick in the draft, you want to trade back?
Yeah, no. See, this is where people play fantasy.
Why? Explain this to me.
I think this is where people play fantasy football way too much and care about it way too much and like getting more picks. And it's like, here we go again. We're playing a lottery. If you can get the best player available in the quarterback situation this year, why mess with it? And it's like we're gonna have to wait another year for a quarterback. You never know when a quarterback hits. Like the CJ Stroud quarterback class 2 years ago wasn't supposed to be it. CJ Stroud is
Killing it.
basically it. He's had a little rough year too, but he basically took the Texans, who were basically what we were 2 years ago, into the playoffs and won a game. So, like, I'm not saying Shador or Cam Ward are going to be those guys yet, but I'd rather take a shot with either one of those guys that we are going to have the ability to draft and start brand new with a brand new quarterback, probably with a new GM and coach, and take it from there and see where we can like just rebrand ourselves and being the New York Football Giants that we all want to be. Obviously, this year has been a complete total embarrassment, and we got to eradicate all the badness out of the season.
I cannot fathom.
Right, Chris. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Positional value plus best player available equals take the quarterback. I cannot fathom if the Giants get the first overall pick and they trade out of it. It is.
If we do a stream, I'm just logging off and just
I'm not even gonna bother. I just can't. How can you fuck it up so bad? Leave it to this franchise to fuck it up. But you had a shot last year to get a quarterback and they didn't do it. Yep. You got to take a shot this year. Like you said, who's to say? And everybody's like, oh, well, next year's not great either. And, stop. These are pipe dreams. The quarterback is there. At some point, it goes back on the coaches to coach these kids up to their fullest potential. I don't know why that seems to get lost with a lot of people. And quite frankly, I'm done with the whole, let's get the pieces around. No, get the piece, okay? Just get the piece for right now. And I think the rest of that will start falling into place, because while this organization is not just a quarterback away, a quarterback that can play in today's game will solve a lot of problems or hide a lot of problems to get you through a couple of those games.
Correct. And with that being said, it's just we draft a quarterback. He's going to be cheap for the next couple of years. We're going to have a lot of cap room. We could also build around him, get that offensive line that we are so definitely swinging and missing for the last decade. Or we get another wide receiver with Malik Neighbors, and then who else do we bring back? Darius Slayton. It's a bum. He maybe with a new coaching staff he'll be better, but he's basically a one-trick pony, and unfortunately with that, let's see what Chris says right here as well. Whoever is drafting in 2025 and doesn't take a quarterback in the first round should be fired before the second round starts, unless trading for Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, of course. And I think also with the new regime, you're going to be able to groom this quarterback, unless it's in some scenarios. The teams are blanking in my head, but if it's like a complete dumpster fire of this year, they would probably get a grace of another year and build up what Dan Campbell had the last couple of years before they exploded last year. So it's quarterback or bust. And honestly, with Shador, he's been in the limelight his whole life with his dad. He knows what it takes to be in New York. He has that. He was at the Knicks game the other night. He was doing his celebration with his wristwatch. He just has it. He has that New York City, New Jersey it factor. So it would be good to see that. Or you have the Cam Ward, who's just as good, just as polished. Maybe it was a little bit more of a risk taker, but the ceiling's a little bit higher. Do you want to get that a little bit higher risk taker, or do you want the guy that is more accurate, be able to play right away, and he could probably flourish right away because he trusts his accuracy and he is more of that knows what's going on. Like, it's going to be interesting to see where we fall with that situation and
Do
where
you
the new
have a
regime.
preference right now? Because right now I don't. Like I just don't.
Okay. I'm just going from eye test and being a fan of. Obviously, I'm not a draft analyst or
Oh, I
anything
thought
in
you
that.
were.
Yeah, yeah. I Shador is so demure. Yeah, I agree. I want Shador. I think with Shador, he has more of the accuracy. He has that. His whole life's been for waiting for this moment. You know what I mean? Uh, I think with Shador, he just brings a little bit more of that pro style ready.
Like a little
I'm
more polished.
He has a little bit more polish. And Cam Ward has those highlight plays of like, oh my god, like next year if we were to get Cam Ward, he makes that oh my god play. He has more oh my god plays, but sometimes we need a simple throw on 3rd and 5 for the first down, and like I've seen Shador do that. Where Cam Ward every now and then it's just like, oh my god, he's running around in circles and then throwing it 80 yards down
Yeah.
the field for a touchdown, which is awesome, obviously. But it's like, all right, what we need you to do that little dump off pass on 3rd and 5. So that's where I'm going, just from eye test. Obviously, I would take either one of them, but as of right now, I'm leaning towards Shador.
So do you think, and Dion came out and said that this isn't true, that he
Right.
doesn't want him in New York, doesn't want his son to play. So do you think he pulls like the whole Archie Eli Manning thing and I don't want you playing for the Chargers? Do you think there's any truth to it, or do you think they're just covering their ass and it is true he doesn't want them there?
I think he doesn't mind Shador coming here. I think it's the people that don't want the Giants to draft Shador and ruin him, or oh my god, the Giants haven't drafted a black quarterback thing yet.
Why does that matter, by the way?
Apparently it matters. And of course it matters because we're the Giants, we're big racists, and
Why does it matter if the quarterback is black or not?
it doesn't matter, but
why are people making it a thing? I don't understand.
it's just the
Dude,
stigma.
I don't care if it's like one of these little green men that's going to hop out of one of these drones flying around that wants to play quarterback. I don't fucking care, man. I don't care if it's you out there. I do not care. Like, let's go. Let's get one of these guys and let's roll.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to
why
be
is this a
2-12 again.
Why do people have to make things into a thing that's like not a thing? I fucking hate when people do that. Like, just they're going to get a great talent no matter what, I think, right? So why can't we just collectively, and I understand people are never happy, especially this miserable fucking area we live in and this miserable goddamn fan base, but like, can we just like maybe all collectively try to get excited for the talent that is going to come here finally?
Right.
Is that possible?
Right. And like the people that don't want Shador are really funny. It's like, oh, well, I don't want him because his dad's going to ruin him. I'm like, no, he's not.
They don't know what they're talking about. They're probably the same people that think a drone is an airplane. Like,
it's like, listen, we're so bad right now. Deion Sanders being dramatic is the least of our problems.
He is dramatic, though. Like, that's just him. Like, he's dramatic. Besides, Cam Ward said, Cam Ward said, what do you say the other day? There's too much going on in New York. He's going to live in New Jersey if it comes to that. If we draft him. Which, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Literally 90% of the players do that anyway. So,
yeah, I mean, who actually lives like?
I know Tiki Barber did for a while, and I know Brandon Marshall did. I know
like
those
in Manhattan.
Tiki did, and I think for whatever dumb reason, Brandon Marshall lived in Brooklyn. I can't imagine.
He lived in Brooklyn, really?
That's what I remember them saying that, and I'm like, really? Why? I remember that. Why would you want to live in Brooklyn? Commute all the way to Jersey every single day. I would.
God.
Ugh.
Especially I don't even want to go and uncover the Liberty, and I'm only like 40 minutes from MetLife, and no thing. Did Odell live in the city?
No, he probably lived in Hoboken or Jersey City or wherever.
I thought he lived in Manhattan. Okay, so yeah, Cam Ward, it's probably best that you stay in Jersey. We don't need you all distracted.
I mean, you could live in the 6th borough in Hoboken and life will be fine,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He'll be all right. So I think either way, I'm not on board with this get a bridge quarterback.
I'm not
If we
either.
were to get the
We
bridge,
need to get a bridge for a backup, but not
I'm
for
with
us
you.
to be starting day one. I'm
If
not doing
if they were to entertain the bridge quarterback as not a backup, but the bridge quarterback, to start, who would that be for you?
I got to think about it. I think Sam Darnold priced himself out. So
Yeah,
I don't want Kirk Cousins. He's way too old.
Daniel
Well,
Jones.
Daniel
Imagine that.
Jones, come back. Come
Come
on
on
back,
back
Daniel.
just for 1 year.
My bad, Daniel. We realized you
Oops.
weren't really the issue. Marcus Mariota? No, absolutely not, Chris.
No, I don't
Maybe
think
to
so.
back up, but I don't want him to start. He's
No, I'm
more.
saying like
Yeah.
I know what you mean. We do need a bridge quarterback to back up, but I'm saying like if they don't do that and they go with this starting bridge quarterback, I mean, who are you comfortable with out there? Like,
there isn't that one. Oh my God, guy
because
that.
the irony is it would be Daniel Jones if you
No,
think
he's not coming back.
I'm not saying
There's.
I'm not
Oh,
saying he would
I got it.
come back.
Sorry, I misheard you. Yeah, no. Sam Darnold priced himself out this year, so. And then Daniel Jones is probably smart enough. That's why he went to Minnesota. He's like, listen, I could be the starting quarterback for the Vikings next year if JJ isn't healthy yet.
All right, so
I didn't really give a name because I don't really have one off the top of my head.
you didn't give a name. That's okay. We'll move on to
What's yours?
No one. I'm not even entertaining that. I just thought you might have someone.
No, yeah, no one.
A funny joke twist of irony and fate.
Kirk Cousins
Daniel
again.
Jones, come back. You know the offense. You know the whole it would just. They're so stupid and so dumb. Like some stupid shit like that would happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on. Let's talk about coaching.
The plane?
Now, no, not the plane yet. I understand we get this bullshit excuse, right, from the front office and this narrative. Jameis Winston. I would not hate that, but
that would be fun.
That would be fun if you were to have a bridge quarterback, I guess. He's not the future. Like, I'm all for let's get the future. So we get told, Danny, the Giants are a classy organization, right? Like, we're going to go through the whole season. And if we're going to let a coach go, we're going to do it at the end of the season.
All right.
At this point, you're not a classy organization. You are a joke and the laughing stock of the league. You are in a complete embarrassment to yourselves, your fans, everybody. Mm-hmm. Why not just pull the trigger tomorrow? What are we waiting 3 more games for? Like, what is the difference between now and 3 more weeks?
You're right. You're right. I just would. You're absolutely right.
I'm trying to understand because I know, and they're gonna, that's the narrative. We're a classy organization, but what you're doing is not classy. Okay, you're dragging. It is literally torture to watch this team. The games drag on. It is absolute agony and torture. What is 3 more weeks gonna do?
It's obviously nothing. It's just all right, are we really gonna bring Coach Kafka or someone to be our interim head coach for 3 weeks when we know everybody's going to be gone? So I see where they're coming from.
I just don't understand. I don't understand waiting. The difference is potentially winning a game and dropping to pick 8. But they could do that with Debo there.
Yeah.
Chris, I love you. I just don't like when people give me that because it's well, what if they fuck around and win next week? Aren't they playing Atlanta? I mean, and Dable's there. It just they're not going out there to lose. No, as Tiki said today, no teams tank, and he's aware of. But I don't know. I just don't like when people come back with that. Oh, well, they might win a game. They might win a game with Dable there next week too. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see us winning a game.
I don't either. So, but if it's possible they could.
Maybe the Colts. That's the only game I'm petrified. But if they lose, they break the record of winless in a season. 0-8. They tied today.
I don't think if Kafka was interim head coach that it would make that much of a difference, and that they would go on a 3-game winning streak.
Well, they did Kafka. They did Kafka so dirty. So
Oh God,
he's
yeah.
gonna say "fuck you guys" at the end of the year,
I
and this
would
is a dumpster
too.
fire.
I would too. So they're
And
definitely gone, right?
and
This
the best
whole
part and the best part of it is they were like, "Oh well, Dable is gonna save the day, better offensive mind," and it's the same exact spot. So there you
so
have
they're
it.
definitely gone, right? I think we can all
Yeah,
agree.
they're definitely they're even showing them on the games. They're just making them look bad and just finding the most depressing looks of like they're done. They're dead men walking. It's unfortunate.
They need to be done. I just there better be, what'd you say 2 weeks ago when that clock ticks to zero? What's the last game? The Eagles game? Like there
Yeah,
better be news from Adam Schefter that the whole
yeah,
regime is gone. There better
yeah,
be.
yeah. It's gonna be like 5 o'clock in the afternoon if it's a 1 o'clock game, or like 9 a.m. right as we have to get to work. Well, you don't have to work; you make your own hours. But we're gonna have to fire up the reels and then do a show that night because they finally got fired. So yeah,
Yeah, we'll be as you like to call it, be real ready, which
yeah,
is a
you're gonna
very
have to be real
catchy
ready.
It was a very catchy phrase on your part. Okay, you want to talk about the planes? Go ahead. They're
Yeah, but
making
I
a
mean,
difference?
no, because they act like they don't see it, and they're like, oh well, we got to just handle what we got to handle, and like John Mara sees it, all the big people see it, and they're livid, and they're this is not going to end well because it's embarrassing. And um, when I went last weekend, it was just it's like I mentioned in the video last week, it's just like they put us in such a shitty spot of them sucking so badly that
Yeah,
you want the better draft pick that they're about to tie the game, and
and
I was
you're pissed.
physically ill, and I was happy that they blocked the field goal for us to lose. Like, what rational fan thinks that way? Like, no one does. Like, it's so unhealthy, and just being at the game last week was just like, why are we here? Like, the vibes are down. Like, if I didn't spend money on these tickets, I wouldn't have gone. Like, and I'm glad I didn't go today. And it's
Yeah,
just like I don't
we
even
plan
want to.
we plan
Like,
to go
I
there,
don't
but
even like like my cousin. I took my cousin 2 weeks ago,
right.
last week, and he's like, "How much I owe you?" I'm like, "Dude, they're so bad. I feel bad of like charging you for literally anything. Just come with me, be my friend, and and just watch this team in misery and hang out." And that was it. And he's like, "All right, sounds good." I was like, "It's like I feel terrible. I like I don't even want to go." So it's just like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it looked like a Ravens home game today, as
As
it
it
should
should.
have. Yeah, as it
Yeah.
should have. So with the plane thing, I mean, we're never gonna get. Of course, they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna act like they don't see it. I just feel like since their PR and communications are such a mess, it'd be so much better to acknowledge that you see it. Because again, here you go acting like we're stupid. Like we're really supposed to believe you don't see it. Like, come
Right. And you don't hear it,
on.
and you're not everywhere you go. Like, it's everywhere you go. Like, people that don't even watch the games hear about it on the news and everything else like that. You know it's there. Like, people are watched. Your family members and friends are on social media, so don't lie to us. Like,
That's what I
it's
mean.
just
Here we go again with
yeah.
them acting like we're idiots. Like we know that you see it. So like, why can't you just acknowledge, like, yes, we see it. Our goal next year is to not have this happen. Like, I just, why do they do this to us? It's so ridiculous. Thank you, Lee, so much for the compliment. Nikki, you
Thank
both
you,
put on
Lee.
a great show and content. Keep up the great work, both of you. Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys watching in a very down season, a very down year, but I think, what are we on? Season 2 of this show? Okay, maybe season
Yeah,
3. There are times of
two and a
charm.
half,
Maybe next year will be
2.5,
what?
2.5.
2.5. Yeah, maybe next year will be a little bit better. So you and I didn't go to the game today. I know we talked about possibly doing that a few weeks ago, and we were both like, yeah,
No,
right. You text me
no.
in the morning, like, I'm so glad. Not only that, it's like 30 degrees outside.
Yeah. Well, Just warm and with hand warmers, you're all right.
Oh no, I'm not. When I'm cold, I'm very cranky.
When aren't you cranky? You started the show cranky, so whatever.
I mean, I'm generally a cranky person.
Yeah,
I
so
just
what
have
difference does
varying
it
degree. I have
make?
varying degrees like throughout the day, you know. By the way, I think that's going to be my next hire is someone that can tell everybody what my mood is for the day and then like communicate it out to everybody else.
Cranky, shocking. All right,
You know,
not
that like a
bothering her.
scale. Like she's on she's at a 10 or like she's at like a 2.
You're never at a 2.
A 2 of crankiness.
You're never at a 2.
I mean,
No
I think I start the day at like a 2 when I wake up. You know.
Okay, sure.
You know, but then
I'll let you have that one.
but okay, like but by like 9-10 o'clock, I'm already at like a 5 or a 6. By the end of the day, it's like 10. I was at a 10 in Miami for 3 days, but you know, shit was crazy.
Shit was crazy, huh? So yeah, the plane aesthetically looks horrible. It's brutal. Mara and Fisher are not going to be loving it, and it's obviously embarrassing. So that's obviously when the heads are going to roll. So that was basically their heads are going to roll. So good job to the guy that does the airplane adage. So good job by them. One more home game, and we'll see what happens.
That is true, Chris. A Duncan will always, the crankiness will go away for a little bit. Always.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'll hire Chris because he seems to understand when Nikki's cranky. You should probably, he could just communicate it to the team in the morning. Like, she's at a 10, someone grab her a Duncan. She'll be fine. She'll be at like a 3 in like 20 minutes. Okay. That's what I need. Now, how do you put that in a job ad though? Like, and what do you pay for that?
Personal assistant, obviously. Have you what? Well, what's that? What's that Devil Wears Prada movie? Is that what the movie's called?
What movie is it? It is.
Yeah, I forgot the name for a second, and
they had like a first assistant and a second assistant.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider yourself that worthy yet, but
excuse me, I am.
Okay, in your dreams.
I feel like a personal assistant. No, excuse me. I'm going to be there quicker than you think. I feel like a personal assistant is different than like the company assistant. You know what I mean?
Well, there's always nepotism, so you could always find someone that's close to you that would know that.
My sister's not going to work for me. What's she?
It doesn't have to be.
Me to go fuck myself. Like.
Well, for what we need her to do, she's perfect for it. Yep, she's being a bitch today. All right, circle back in 3 hours, and we'll let you know what's going on.
Oh my god, can you imagine the interviews for Nikki's personal assistant?
Yeah, they're all going to be blonde, so it is what it is, and they're all going to be.
No, I'm talking about what I'm not hiring. Who's going to be blonde? The girl that I hired? Yeah. Could be a guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying, could you imagine those people interviewing with me? Like, tell us what a day is like working with you.
It's an adventure, that's for sure.
I will just tell them to call you for any details.
Yeah. Just give me what I want, and we won't have that problem. So,
listen.
Yeah, if I had that job, I would just walk up to Duncan. The only hard part would be picking out which coffee.
Is why. So I said this on my team call 2 weeks ago. I think it's imperative to know what my go-to drink is for like a cocktail at a networking event. And I think they should all know what kind of coffee I drink. Like, I always knew that about my bosses. So I don't think that's a weird thing.
Right.
Right?
No, I agree with you. I mean, you should. especially knowing you, it's
they all thought it was weird. I don't think it's a weird thing. I think it's like one of the things you should know, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know it, but that's okay.
No, because you do this. Like, I want half of this, I want half that, I want this.
You were close, but you forgot the cold foam, and I can't believe you forgot.
You're gonna kill me over cold foam. Like, if I didn't give, knowing you would.
Yeah, I would, because you should know that. Right, I bet you there are followers that know that.
Well, we're not gonna get into that.
I'm just saying. They probably know my coffee
Yeah,
order
well,
better than you, my tea,
they'll
my family. Yes. Yes.
they'll know everything of you before I would care to know.
Well, some people do. All right. So Sunday, did you have lunch, dinner? What did you do? Did you have Sunday sauce? Like,
No, I didn't. My parents finally moved into their condo this weekend.
oh shit. So no one's cooking. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, my parents moved out on Thursday. My wife got the flu on Thursday, so it's
Oof.
been a full insane asylum of handling living without living without my parents. Even though they're 5 minutes away, they've come a bunch of times to help and clean out whatever else they needed to get, and then just taking care of the boys basically by myself. And my wife comes every now and then when she was able to strike up enough energy to help out. So it's been an adventure. I was basically
So you can't wait to go to work tomorrow, I bet.
yeah,
You can't wait to punch
work
in.
work is gonna be a breeze, and God knows what I did wrong this week. The 2 days I was out, I'm sure I was a scapegoat for something, but I'm excited to be back at work
Oh, does
tomorrow.
that happen to you? Like when you're off and then you come
Oh
back?
yeah, yeah. It's
Really?
oh yeah. Why didn't you do this? I'm like, okay, here we go.
Oh, but then you get anxiety because you're like, oh God, I don't know what I'm walking into.
Oh yeah, of course. But we'll see when I swipe in my Metro card tomorrow. I'll have a job or not.
Oh my God.
I have.
Gee.
I'm being funny. I'm being funny. But
Well,
yeah,
that's a
this
little
weekend
dramatic. Well, is your wife feeling better? Is she
she's
feeling
feeling better. And then yesterday, my oldest son got an ear infection. So it's been a hell of a 4 day four
I
day
am
weekend.
telling you, I am so
Eh,
happy I do not have kids. Like, and
Oh
if
man.
I did, whoever I was with, like, would have to be the stay at home dad. I would not be a stay at home mom. Like, I would work and run my business, and
Oh
like,
yeah.
someone's got to stay home, take care of the kid.
So
There's no way I could. I'd probably not be a great. I'm a great aunt. I would be a horrible mom. I just couldn't do it. I could not
so
take
yeah,
care of kids.
this weekend was a full on takeout scenario situation.
Oh, all right. Well, what did you have? What was the takeout scenarios? Let's go.
Not today. We did pizza one night.
Oh
We
my
did
god.
McDonald's another night.
McDonald's.
We
Oh,
were struggling. We were struggling. The
what
boys
did
were
you
struggling.
eat at McDonald's?
I had a quarter pounder with cheese. And the boys had chicken nuggets, and Nicole had a quarter pounder with cheese as well. Um, and then pizza's your normal pizza order. And then one of the lunches, me and Nicole got Chipotle. We love Chipotle.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a bone to pick with Chipotle.
Oh, good.
It must be like different, like obviously it's different price styles and like lifestyles in the city and in like Nassau County, Long Island. But Nassau County just loads up, and I'm sure it's the same way in Jersey. Manhattan is the worst place to get Chipotle. It's embarrassing. You're getting like more. It seems like you're getting more food here, and it's a little bit cheaper here. And then when
Mhm.
you go to Manhattan, you get Manhattan prices and like less of everything you order. And you're just like, I'm not doing this. And then 3 weeks later, you buy it and you're like, damn it, that's why I said I'm not going to buy it. And I cave, you know what I mean? So,
No, I can't really. I haven't had Chipotle
I
since
know
I
you had
got food poisoning.
diarrhea and
No, I
you
had
pooped your
food
pants.
poisoning. The whole where I used to work took out the whole office.
Nice. That would have been
Everybody
fun.
got food poisoning. That was fun.
That's fun.
So I'll
Nick,
never touch it again.
Nikki poops. That's fun. Nice.
I did like the scale is very kind to you after food poisoning, so that's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is actually a colon blow. So yeah, that was it. And then tonight was the boys had mac and cheese. I just had a bowl of cereal. We were gonna.
You're living like a real bachelor over here.
Yeah,
Your
it
wife
wasn't a
like
great.
pumped up with meds. Let's go. What kind of cereal?
Yeah. I had cinnamon toast crunch. I lived the life.
Okay, take it back. You're living like a 5-year-old. Forget the
Um,
bachelor.
no, and then was called yeah, and then I was gonna have wings, and I was like, nah, I don't want it. Just not feeling it today. Then my wife got pissed at me because I'm like, she was about to heat the oven to put the wings in, and I was like, I don't want it. I really don't want it.
All right.
She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, it's all.
All right. I mean,
I'll have it during the week.
You just turn the oven off. All right. So you just had a bowl of cereal today.
Yeah, it was a bowl of cereal. Yeah, it was a bowl of cereal, and I had a bagel with cream cheese earlier in the day. So.
All right. So I guess no dessert since you didn't really actually eat food.
Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see.
All right. Well, so
what about
pizza,
you?
McDonald's, Chipotle, cereal, and a bagel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Killing it.
Yeah. I had salads. Even in
Okay.
Miami. Well, no, I did have some like good seafood in Miami. So
All right.
but this weekend I basically had salads, Greek salads with chicken, grilled chicken.
All right. Cool. What was the fish?
Plain? Was the pizza, was it plain pizza again, or did you actually get a topping? Or because the kids, you can't?
No. We ordered Sicilian with half vodka sauce.
Oh,
It was like a grandma style. It wasn't thick enough.
ew. That's disgusting.
And then the other half is vegetable for my mom and Nicole, so it was good. Had vodka sauce style.
Gross. Yeah, you can't go to Miami and not have great seafood. So basically, I had a ton of seafood, salads, vodka, predictable like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't eat a Cuban sandwich, would you?
So a couple years ago, I met my brother in Miami for his birthday, and he was like, "Yeah, try a Cuban sandwich." So I did have a bite of it. It is not my thing, but I did try it.
So good.
He was happy because ever since we were little, he would eat everything that I won't eat. So,
yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, it's been real.
It's been real. As always, we are the New York sports show about nothing and everything at the same time. I am Danny, and of course, next to me is Nikki. We're gonna just keep on sucking, finish the tank job, and go Giants.
Sucking and tanking. All right.
Sucking and tanking.
No, not go Giants. What do we got to root for? Who are we rooting for? We got to root for the Raiders to lose tomorrow, right? Who are they playing?
The Raiders are playing the Falcons, so we're rooting for the Falcons back-to-back weeks.
All right, let's go Atlanta. ATL.
Kirko. All right, guys, have a good one. Until next week, like and subscribe.
Bye.
Peace.